Hi, I'm Reinaldo, and this is Reypurposed Made, where I merge art and furniture to create your one-of-a-kind custom home essential. Please like and subscribe to get my latest videos. This isn't just a pot rack or a great place to hold kitchen essentials. This isn't just a coat rack or a place to leave notes. This isn't just a functional art piece that shows off my epoxy resin artwork and wood burning work. This is an origin story. The very first piece that I had in my house that was a DIY item was a gifted pot rack that I got from a friend. It was made out of pallet wood and spray painted black, and it was super cool to me. Like, this is something that I can do, that I want to do. I already was working in architecture and had a long background of playing with every type of construction thing: Lincoln logs, rector sets, connects, all of that stuff. So I started building stuff myself. I was in a new apartment and I was like, I just wanted to see how much I can build. Just like repurposing items and making them into new things. I mean, like sanding in my bathroom and everything on the weekends while still working a full-time job. And slowly my passion for like doing this kind of work expanded more than me wanting to work in architecture. So I took that on and started actually building stuff for a living. And the one thing I always say about furniture making and how it relates to art is that someone can make an excuse away to not needing art or not wanting art, but you can't really make an excuse for not needing a chair or a bed or a table. So I like to merge the two, merge art and construction to create one-of-a-kind furniture items. Like, for example, this piece here is a lot of the skills that I have, like, kind of all wrapped in one. Like the evolution of me, like seeing this piece of pallet wood that was turned into a pot rack into something that I can really say is art and a decor piece. That has wood burn here. I like to wood burn, as you can see. You know, I love to wood burn here. Some pieces on the side, hooks, just like anything that any pot rack would have. And more art that I also do is epoxy art, as you can see here, you can see there. So it's like taking something that you already need and elevating it so that it's a piece of art. It's one of a kind. That is always what I do. I always try to strive to make something as cool as possible, even if it's a simple, I need a bed. It's still going to be super cool because I always try to add art and furniture into one. So check out what I do. I hope you enjoy the channel. Thank you. All the pieces of wood are cut, and now it's time to think about what are the art aspects of this pot rack. I know I want it to be a functional piece, so therefore I was definitely going to use chalk paint. And I also wanted to have some aspect that was very visually attractive and shiny, showy. And that's definitely epoxy art. And like I said before, I love to do the wood burn, so I wanted those pieces, that to be an aspect of the project as well. So now I'm thinking, where do these three things go? For the chalkboard surface to have the most surface and to not get in the way of any other function, I'm going to put the chalkboard surface in the back. Because if the chalkboard was on the side, it wouldn't have that much space. If the chalkboard was in the front, then your hand can wipe it off when you are applying pots, etc., into the space. But with the chalkboard being in the back, it's not in the way of anything. And then when it comes to the wood burn, I wanted to put the wood burn on the side more so because I wanted the epoxy to be in the front, because the epoxy is the most showy, the most visually attractive thing, and it being in the front, it highlights the hooks a little bit more because the hooks kind of just like appear out of nowhere, out of the shiny space. And then also it is seen from afar and it looks even more like art. So that was the anatomy behind where and why I put the art where I did. This is like a real life meme right now. Where I came from, where I'm going. The reason why my name is Reypurposed is because originally I exclusively use found objects to recreate things and repurpose wood that I found on the street, usually pallet wood, to create decor pieces. This is a great example of that because every single piece of wood here was found, stripped from a palette, sanded and cut, and then turned into this. This piece was my aunt's, and until she gave it back to me when she moved into a smaller place about 3 or 4 years ago, and I just always held on to it. And this here is the piece I just made. So like, just imagine all the skills that I amassed from like 3, 4, 5 years ago to now, and like, what else or what more can I do for a project like this? If I was to do this project again, there's so many options when it comes to more art options and more design options, because this is a simple piece that only has 5 pieces, like the backs, the sides, the front, and like the inside. But there can be like larger ones that I've made before, where you could put like a little piece on the middle and like make it wider, and then you have like 2 slots for like your menus and the placemats or whatever else you want to keep in there. And then I even made one before that had three different slots, a really long one. So there are a lot of options in design, how they can change it. You can see here, this one has like a little like cut edge on one corner, but this one here is like a piece of wood that actually is cut from the palette. So there are like kind of variances and so many options. If I were to make you a personalized, or even like just a regular pot rack, it could be different than these two right here. And then when it comes to the art too, like this one, pretty much like the art itself is just like raw wood and like one stained panel, but the art here is a lot more. And this is a lot more functional too, because it's a chalkboard surface also. So other art things I could do is like just like throw some splatter paint on it, or make the whole thing all one color, or the whole thing raw wood, and then like one special note. Those are a lot of options. Everything is custom, so there's always a lot of options. But those are some of the ways that I could go on from here to there and to the next one of pot racks. Thank you. If you like what you've seen, you can have your very own Reypurposed Made piece. You can find me on Instagram, Etsy, Facebook, and Gmail under Reypurpose. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you again, and please rate, share, subscribe on your way out. Bye. The show in the corner blowing O's, killing me softly, murder she roll. I just had to see you up close. Shawty on point, got me on my toes. PURT satisfy my soul. So you came with a lot of folks, but you someone I gotta know. Let's go, get with me, tell me everything. Let's make memories. I love your energy. See you eyeing me up and down, testing me like SATs. I foreseen the prophecy, and now I'm trying to live the seed. See, no, I don't know you that well, but I'm down for you, can't you tell? I wouldn't deceive an angel, myths about another I'll dispel. I take my shot, I don't usually chase, but you got me dazed, I'm feeling your ways, meant for a reason, make no mistake.